What if I told you that the most powerful force in the universe is hiding in plain sight, and the reason you can't access it is because it's too simple? Today, I'm going to blow your mind with something that will completely change how you see reality itself. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever noticed how the hardest things to see are often the ones right in front of us? I remember sitting in my car 3 years ago, completely broke, drowning in debt, feeling like the universe was conspiring against me. I had read every self-help book, watched every manifestation video, tried every technique. Vision boards, affirmations, meditation, scripting, you name it, I did it. And nothing worked. I was frustrated, angry, and ready to give up on this whole manifestation thing entirely. That's when something incredible happened. I met an old physics professor at a coffee shop who would completely shatter everything I thought I knew about manifestation. This man had spent 40 years studying quantum mechanics, and when I mentioned my struggles with manifesting, he started laughing. Not at me, but at something I couldn't see yet. He said something that stopped me cold. The problem isn't that quantum manifestation is complicated. The problem is that it's so simple, your complex mind can't accept it. That conversation would change my entire life, and by the end of this video, it might change yours too. See, here's what nobody tells you about quantum physics and manifestation. Everyone makes it sound like you need to understand wave functions and particle behavior and all these complex scientific concepts. But that's exactly backwards. The truth is so elegant, so simple, that we miss it completely because we're looking for something complicated. Let me share what this professor taught me, and why it works when nothing else does. The first thing you need to understand is that reality isn't what you think it is. At the quantum level, nothing exists as a fixed thing until it's observed. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me. Electrons don't have a definite position or velocity until someone measures them. They exist in what scientists call a superposition, all possibilities at once. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your consciousness isn't separate from this quantum field. You're not outside looking in. You are the quantum field expressing itself as awareness. When you truly get this, everything changes. But here's why most people fail at manifestation, and why quantum manifestation seems impossible to them. They're trying to manipulate reality from the wrong level. They're using their thinking mind to try to change the quantum field, but the thinking mind operates in the classical world of cause and effect, while manifestation happens in the quantum realm of infinite possibility. It's like trying to paint a picture with a hammer. Wrong tool, wrong approach, guaranteed failure. The professor explained it to me this way. Imagine you're watching a movie in a theater. The classical approach to manifestation is like trying to change the movie by touching the screen. You might scratch the surface, but you can't change what's being projected. Quantum manifestation is like going to the projection booth and changing the film itself. Most people are trying to manifest from the level of the screen, their external reality. But quantum manifestation happens at the level of the projector, consciousness itself. Here's the simple part that everyone misses. You don't need to learn quantum mechanics. You don't need to understand the mathematics. You don't need to comprehend wave-particle duality. All you need to understand is that consciousness and reality are one seamless process. The quantum field responds to your state of being, not your thinking.
Il te répond tout à tu ARE, not what you want.
This is why affirmations often fail. You're thinking I want money, while being someone who lacks money. The quantum field reads your being, not your words. Let me give you a practical example. 3 months after meeting that professor, I decided to test everything he taught me. I was still broke, still struggling, but I had this new understanding. Instead of trying to manifest money, I began to simply be the person who naturally has money. I'm not talking about fake it till you make it. I'm talking about a fundamental shift in identity at the quantum level. I stopped seeing myself as someone trying to get money and started being someone for whom money flows naturally. The difference is profound. Within 2 weeks, opportunities started appearing that I had never seen before. Within a month, I had more income streams than I'd ever had. Within 6 months, my entire financial reality had transformed. Not through struggle or hustle, but through a simple shift in my quantum state. But here's what's really wild. This wasn't about money at all. Money was just the reflection of a deeper change in my relationship with reality itself. The professor taught me that there are 3 levels of reality. The classical level, where everything appears separate and you have to work hard to change things. The quantum level, where everything is interconnected and consciousness shapes reality. And what he called the unified field level, where consciousness and reality are revealed to be the same thing. Most people live exclusively at the classical level. Some people discover the quantum level and learn to influence reality through consciousness. But very few people discover the unified field level, where you realize you are reality having an experience of yourself.
This is why quantum manifestation is simple.
You're not trying to influence something outside of yourself. You're simply changing your state of being, and reality shifts to match because reality is your state of being made visible.
Think about dream for a moment.
In your dreams, you create entire worlds without effort. You don't think about how to make the dream house appear, it just does, because you're the dreamer.
Quantum manifestation works the same way, except you're awake.
The reason this is so hard for people to accept is because we've been conditioned to believe that reality is solid, external, and unchangeable except through physical action. But quantum physics proves this is an illusion. Reality is far more fluid and responsive than we've been taught. Here's another way to understand it. Your entire experience of reality right now is happening inside your consciousness. The colors you see, the sounds you hear, the sensations you feel, they're all consciousness-generated experiences. You're not experiencing an external world, you're experiencing your consciousness interpreting quantum information. When you truly understand this, manifestation becomes as natural as breathing. You're not trying to manipulate an external reality. You're simply choosing what to experience from the infinite menu of possibilities available in the quantum field. But here's the catch, and this is why so few people master this. It requires you to give up the illusion of being a separate self trying to get things from an external world. You have to recognize yourself as consciousness itself, playing at being human. This isn't spiritual bypassing or new age fluff. This is what quantum physics actually tells us about the nature of reality. Consciousness is fundamental. Matter emerges from consciousness, not the other way around. The professor showed me studies where simply observing quantum particles changes their behavior. The act of conscious observation literally creates reality at the most fundamental level. You're not just part of the universe, you're the universe becoming conscious of itself. This is why quantum manifestation is so simple it's almost silly. You don't need techniques or methods or complex processes. You just need to be what you want to experience. Not think about it, not visualize it, not affirm it, be it. I know this might sound abstract, so let me make it practical. If you want to manifest anything, a relationship, money, health, success, stop trying to get it and start being it. Identify the feeling state, the way of being, the consciousness that would naturally have what you want, and simply be that. This isn't pretending or acting. This is recognizing that at the quantum level, you already have access to every possible state of being. You're just choosing which one to collapse into reality through your conscious awareness. The universe isn't separate from you, withholding things you need to earn or deserve. The universe is you, and everything you could ever want already exists in the quantum field of infinite possibility. Manifestation is just consciousness choosing which possibility to experience. Here's what happened when I really got this. I stopped feeling like I was battling reality and started feeling like I was dancing with it. I stopped trying to force outcomes and started allowing them. I stopped being someone who wants things and became someone who naturally receives things. The results were immediate and dramatic, but more importantly, the process became effortless and joyful. Because I wasn't fighting against reality anymore, I was flowing with it as it. This is what the professor meant when he said quantum manifestation is too simple for the complex mind to accept. The mind wants steps, processes, techniques, something to do. But quantum manifestation is about being, not doing. It's about recognizing what you already are, not becoming something new. Your consciousness is already quantum. You're already connected to the infinite field of possibility. You're already the creative force of the universe expressing itself as your unique point of awareness. You don't need to learn how to manifest. You need to remember that you're already doing it every moment of every day. The only question is, are you doing it consciously or unconsciously? Are you manifesting from fear and limitation, or from love and infinite possibility? Right now, in this moment, you have access to every possible version of your life. Every dream you've ever had exists somewhere in the quantum field. You're not trying to create it, you're choosing to experience it.
This is quantum manifestation.
This is why it's simple. And this is why nobody gets it.